everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming my makeup collection. It's one of my favourite videos to watch on YouTube, just having a snoop through everyone's makeup. So I thought I'd film one of my collection. My collection's not very big, it's only what I need plus a few extra bits. But I really love what's in my collection. So without further ado, let's get started. So here is an overview of my desk where I do my makeup. So I've got my laptop and just this here. I've got candle, which is from Glass House, tray from H&M Home, and the pot is from IKEA. Let me go over this way, and this is where I put all my makeup stuff. So I've got my brushes in these two pots from IKEA. So this one has mainly eye brushes and smaller brushes, except for the big face one. And most of these are from, I've got mainly like Real Techniques here, one from Smashbox, which I really like, it's a really good blending brush, Sigma, and I think some Zoeva ones, which I really like. And then in my, this one's all face brushes, so I've got my favourite foundation one, which is the Zoeva Silk Finish brush. Focus. No. So that one's my favourite one for foundation. And then I've got a Mecca Cosmetica brush and some Real Techniques ones in there. Then here we've got my mirror. Hello. Very dirty. That's just, I think it was like $15 from Kmart, and it lights up, which I really like. I've got my Chanel Le Beige's Healthy Glow powder, I think it is, which is one of my favourite powders. It's very light on the skin and feels very silky. Then here are all my Colourpop liquid lipsticks, which I really like. Some of them I don't get along with actually. Like I know the shade Times Square is very dry up on me, but my favourite I think is this one. No. This one here, which is Beeper, which is a nice kind of dark brown. It dries down a lot darker than what's in the bottle. And I've got my extremely dirty beauty blender, which I've got a new one on the way from Cult Beauty, but just very dirty, and I lost my beauty blender cleanser and I can't clean it properly without that, so it's just a bit manky. Then I've got my MAC brush cleaner, which I use for spot cleaning, Fix Plus, and my favourite setting spray, which is the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Then I've got my Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, which is the foundation I'm currently using at the moment every day. And I'm using the MAC foundation pump on top of that because it fits really well. Then here on the side I've just got palettes that don't fit in my drawer. So I've got my Kat Von D Shade and Light contour palette, Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette, and my MAC eyeshadow palette, which I'm probably about halfway through filling up. But I think, trying to remember off the top of my head, I think Nylon, Amber Lights, Woodwinked, which is one of my favourites, Soft Brown, Embark, Bronze, Sable I'm going to say, and Coppering. Just a nice, yeah, reddy colour. That's that. So this is an overview of my makeup drawer. It fits a lot in it. This desk has two drawers. It's the IKEA Mickey desk, the one with the two drawers, and in the second drawer I keep stationery and nail polish and just little kind of cords and stuff for my camera and phone and that. But yeah, this is where I keep all my makeup. So in this first section I have all foundations, concealers and primers. So I have my NARS Sheer Glow, which is one of my favourites, Studio Fix Fluid by MAC, Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover, which is what I'm wearing today, and I really love it. Primers, I've got two of the Makeup Forever Step 1 primers. I've got the mattifying one, which is that one, and the smoothing one. Sample of the Too Faced Hangover RX primer, which I don't really like. I'm not a huge coconut person, but it just doesn't suit my skin. Then I've got the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance in pink. Then concealers, I've got MAC Pro Longwear, which I'm almost done. Definitely one of my favourites for going out at night and when you want like full coverage. Then NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, Maybelline concealer, which I'm not really liking, and I don't really like this one either. It's the Stila Aqua Glow one. It's just a bit too dewy for my skin. Then I've got the Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage Concealer, which I really like to put on before foundation just to kind of colour correct. And then I've got two Colourpop. I've got a blush and a highlighter. I don't use them too often. I probably use a highlighter more, but I just don't find that they get on with my skin. Then here are the powders. So I've got like all face powders here. So I've got Makeup Forever HD loose powder, MAC Studio Fit pressed powder, which I like to use on top of foundation to give it full coverage or just as a powder foundation. Then my favourite powder, which is the Bourjois Healthy Balance. Then I've got my Body Shop bronzer, which I'm almost finished. An Hourglass blush, which is probably my favourite blush, which is the one in, oh, can't remember off the top of my head, Dim Infusion, which I really like. Then I've got MAC Melba, and I've got two NARS blushes. I've got Deep Throat and Outlaw, which is a darker kind of colour. Then I've got MAC Soft and Gentle and two of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powders. I've got this one in Mood Exposure, which is like a pinky colour, which I sometimes use as like a blush because it's like a purple shade, but I don't use it too often. And then I've got my favourite one, which is, oh, it's all rubbed out, Diffuse Light, which is this one. It's the one that's like a yellowy tone, and I find it kind of balances out any redness and just makes your skin look a lot softer. Then right at the back here, I've got my like eyeshadow duos and quads. So I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Dolce Vita and two NARS ones. I've got Isolde, which is like a gold one, and Kalahari, which is more of like a mauvey kind of bronzy shade. Next, here, these two ones here are both eye related. So this one down here, I kind of have all my mascaras, eye pencils, eyeliners, stick eyeshadows, eyebrow products in here. So I've got this Kiko one, which I picked up when I was in Italy, I think, which I really like and I want to get more of. Then my favourite brown eyeliner, which is the Urban Decay 24/7 Velvet Glide Eye Pencil in Corrupt. Then I've got two of the Urban Decay like glitter liners, which I really like. This one's like a iridescent one, and this one is gold, which I really like. Yeah, mascaras, eyeliners, nothing too exciting in there. Then up here are all like single eyeshadows. So I've got two MAC ones, All That Glitters and Wedge. Then I've got my MAC pigment in Rose, which I really like to use. I really enjoy using the pigments because especially when you use them wet, they look really good. Then I have 6 Colourpop eyeshadows in here. I'm trying to find my favourite one. I think this one. So this is DGAF, and it's kind of like a rose gold shade with like green and gold reflex in it. It's really nice. I've got my Paint Pot in Painterly, which I use as an eyeshadow primer. I've got one of the Urban Decay Moondust eyeshadows in Solstice, which is like a reddy shade that kind of reflects blue in certain lights, which is really cool. Then I have a single shadow from Clinique, which is, this isn't the one, but I was my first ever eyeshadow, and I finished using it up. My mum bought me a while ago a new one. I don't use it often now, but when I was younger, this was the only colour I used to wear. It's like a kind of like a peachy, shimmery colour, but I still really like it. That's all my eyeshadows there. Oh. Then moving on, I've got kind of 2 rows of lip products. This one here is all more liquidy ones, so like lip gloss, and it's mainly liquid lipstick. I don't really wear lip gloss. The only ones I have is this mini NARS one I got in one of the Mecca Beauty Loop boxes. It's in the shade Orgasm. And then the Clarins Instant Lip Perfector, which I really, really like. It's not sticky at all. And it's a nice kind of brownie shade that I like wearing. Then I've got 2 of the Kat Von D liquid lipsticks, 2 of the Stila ones, this Too Faced Melted Metal one, which I got as a gift, and then one of the Sephora ones, which I actually really like the formula and I want to get some more of. Then at the back here, it's the more pencil things. So I've got lip liners. So I have 2 from MAC, but I don't really reach them often because I don't like the formula. They're a bit drying and I find they're hard to move on my lips. I much prefer the Colourpop ones. Oh, that's an Essence one. I really like that one. But yeah, the Colourpop ones are much creamier and a lot cheaper. So I have 4 of those, which I really enjoy using. And then I have some of the Colourpop Lippy Sticks, which are okay. But my favourite probably have to be the NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencils. I did have 4, but I lost one in Edinburgh, I think it was. So yeah, I've got 3 of those, and they're my favourite. I definitely want to collect a lot more of them. Oh, excuse me. Next is my kind of lipsticks. One's missing, that's MAC Peach Blossom, I think. So yeah, I've got 8 MAC lipsticks off the top of my head. Patisserie, Velvet Teddy, Mare, Relentlessly Red, Ruby Woo, Russian Red, and Diva, which is probably my favourite one, and it was my first MAC lipstick as well. This one's a nice dark burgundy colour, which is probably my favourite lip colour to wear. And then like I just have 2 of the Rimmel Moisture Renew ones, which I really like. My favourite one is, I think, this one, which is Notting Hill Nude. The colour is very similar to Velvet Teddy, but the formula is obviously different. This one's a lot more moisturising, whereas Velvet Teddy's matte, which is what I got on today. But I like that one for like everyday wear. Then I've got NARS Dolce Vita, which is my favourite everyday lipstick, and then one of the Lancome Juicy Shakers, which I really like. They're really comfortable to wear on the lips, and they give like a nice wash of colour. Then at the back here are some of my eyeshadow palettes. So I've got Too Faced Natural Eyes palette, the Maybelline the Nudes palette, but I have probably only used it once or twice. I find that some of the shades are okay, their pigmentation is okay, but some of them just don't really go on at all, so I don't use it. I've got my Naked 2 palette, Lorac Pro, and my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, which is probably my overall favourite palette. I do really like my Lorac one, but I think Too Faced I could use. If I only had one eyeshadow palette, I'd definitely pick that one. Then here, the last bit is just random crap. So in this one, I've got the foundation cap from my NARS Sheer Glow. I got a NARS pencil sharpener, the cap from my Estee Lauder Double Wear, just so when I throw it out, if there is any kind of bits in there, it doesn't leak, so I can put that on. Burt's Bees lip balm, eyeshadow glue, tweezers, the cap that goes on this MAC foundation pump for when I travel, and then this is, I think I got it from like Red Dot or something. I used it last Halloween when me and my friend were doing kind of like zombie looking makeup, so I just keep that there just in case And then I have a set of false eyelashes. I don't wear false eyelashes very often, but these are my favourite ones. They're from Eyelure. They're the volume 100. My actual favourite ones are their Fleur de Force ones that they do. I think the Fleur Loves, which is the 3/4 lash, but they don't sell them here in Australia and they're very hard to get. So I want to see if I can, get a pair of those, but these are the ones I use, and I just kind of cut them a bit because they're a bit long for my eyes. And then I have Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer still in the packet because I'm almost finished my Body Shop one, so once I finish that one, then I'll start using this one. I don't want to open both same time. And then I've just got a backup of my Estee Lauder Double Wear because my parents recently went to America and I asked them to get it because it's a lot cheaper over there, especially in duty free. Just got them to pick one up, which was good. But yeah, so that's all my makeup. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos. I definitely want to film some more, and if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. But thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!